Okay, so here's the worms. We put them back in their bed. Put this fresh food in with them, and here's what we got out of that 5-pound can. It's just a wiggling,
Mom figures about 3
waggling
pounds worth.
So what this proves is that our worm bed is healthy, and the worms eating your garbage thing is a successful experiment. They definitely turned all of our garbage into worm food, or worm poo as the case may be.
Dirt.
And stuff for the garden. So there you have it. This is our worm bed in our basement. It's very dark down here, so you can only really see where the light is at. There's the light. So as we said before, there's the drain pan in the front, ready to collect our worm tea. And we're going to put this. Now, one thing that we have a problem with in ours is red mites. We couldn't get rid of those all when we cleaned the worms out because they cling to the worms. But red mites really, really like fruit. So what we're going to do, we're putting a couple pieces of cantaloupe in here to purposely try to draw the red mites. And when these cantaloupe rinds will actually fill up with red mites. And then we'll just take the cantaloupe rinds out like a giant scoop and take the red mites with them. And hopefully we'll thin the population of red mites down so bad that they'll go extinct in our box, because you don't really want red mites in your box. And of course we got rid of most of the sow bugs and most of the centipedes, which you also don't want centipedes in your box. Millipedes aren't bad, centipedes are bad, and we had a lot of centipedes in here, so we're trying to get rid of that. And we didn't have very many millipedes. Millipedes are okay, and sow bugs are okay. We had a lot of those, but of course we'll get rid of most of those now too, although they will probably come back because this thing actually kind of, like we said before, it kind of forms its own biome, so to speak. So some of those things will just naturally come back into the box because it's a favorable environment. And that's our worm farm. Yeah, that's our first foray into harvesting from our worm farm.